Man, look at it's another beautiful Wednesday. I got it right this time. I got it right. I ain't gonna mess up this time. Y'all got me last time. I got it right this time. Today is Wednesday, and it's beautiful. Even though it's cold here in my state, it's rough, but that's okay. We're in the comforts of the basement, chilling, rocking out, and we're gonna be talking about home improvement. We're gonna be talking about home improvement. So I said, last show we me and my man James, we was up here cutting it up, and my man Tommy ended up coming through a little bit later. We talking about home ownership and buying and real estate and all that good stuff, man. Before we even got started, but shout out to OG Dirty. Boy, he in here early. He said saluting. Saluting in the basement. Twos and the dudes. I know it's right. Brother OG, you didn't have to, but I appreciate the blessings. So thank you, sir. Thank you. We kind of talked about touched on the basis of certain things we have to do as homeowners, right? We kind of touched on it and some of the things that you get the opportunity to do as a homeowner. And some of those things are fun, but then you got the not so fun side. But let me go and bring up the brother, man. Let me go and bring up the original tool man, Brother James.
What's going on? He's an original tool, man.
Yeah, you the original. I thought I was that guy, but god damn, I see some of the clips that my man James is out here doing. James is damn near putting the whole house together. I'm like, I can't keep up with that brother.
Yeah, man, I try, man. I don't want to pay nobody else for it, so I'm definitely gonna learn how to do it.
James sound like a man after my own heart.
Exactly. That's one thing I hate. Oh my gosh, man. I try to do it almost everything by myself. So
oh man, for sure, definitely. And you know something? That's one of the great things about being a homeowner. You can do those type things. Now unless you live in one of those, you got the home. Was it the home? What do they call
the inspection?
No, you got to have your front got to look so a certain way. You can't have
homeowners association.
Home associations, yeah. Now if you got one of those, then there's little things you can do as far as the exterior of your home. You know what I'm saying, and all that. And I don't know. Anybody out here who have one of those type of things? Is there a certain way you can keep your inside? You know what I'm saying? Do they try to police on what you do on the inside of your home? I don't know. If they do that too, man, that would piss me the hell off. You know what I'm saying, James?
Yeah, I bought the first house I bought. It was in a HOA. I had a HOA, but it was like maybe like $12 a month. So but it was only for the street. So it wasn't like the strict one, because when I first you ever hear HOA, you thinking like I was staying away, I don't want it, blah blah blah. But when my realtor, she found this foreclosure for me, I was like it's a HOA, but I was like, but how much is it? She was like, oh, it's just $12 a month. I was like, oh yeah, sign me up. So it basically they didn't care about the plants I had in my yard or anything. It was just for to make sure like the potholes in the street and stuff. So you do have good HOAs that's like that too as well out there. It's rare, but you have some.
Yeah, that's I can't stand those, and I never want to live in a neighborhood that has them. Now I know sometimes depend on they say the home calls you. You don't find the home finds you, right? And I understand that, but I don't want a home to find me where I got to deal with HOA. I hope a home doesn't ever say, man, this is the one for you, but you got to deal with HOA. James, I don't know if I could sit well with that, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That would definitely hurt my feelings. But if the home's right and the price is right, boy, he might get it. You know what I'm saying? I might have to make that move, but I'm hoping that's not the case. But it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Go ahead. I'm back.
No. What I was gonna say is, like you was just saying a second ago about trying to do a lot of stuff yourself, and I take that same mindset myself. Now, like I said the last show, there's some things I can't do because of homeowner insurance. You know what I'm saying? So some things I don't want to do because I don't want to violate the warranty or the homeowner's insurance that I policy I have, because you got like certain things you have to, it's got to get certified, and plumbers don't like to try to certify somebody else's work. They prefer to do their own work, and so they can certify it and put their seal of approval on it. To do that with somebody else, yeah, they not big fans of that. I remember one time I had to do it, and he really upcharged me, man, because I had a guy end up doing some work. He ended up bailing out, not finishing it. Of course, I had to get the stuff finished, and I had to get another plumber to do it. And now he's coming behind some other plumber. You know what I'm saying? So he taxed the hell out of me, and I don't blame him.
And they love to say, "Oh, the last guy was there." It's kind of like when you go to the barber and they're like, "Oh, who cut your hair last time?" They always got something negative to say about the last person, so it always be like that.
Hey, James, what can you do? It's got to get done.
Exactly.
It's got to get done.
And that's why I be when a lot of these ladies, they be talking about they don't want no plumber and nothing like that. They ain't making no money. They want a doctor. I'm like, a lot of these trade people that y'all sleeping on these guys. These guys out here making a killing. Like they making great money. You know what I mean? Especially like I know a guy just doing part time and making 6 figures. So it's crazy.
Yeah, man. And well, look. I think it was on a Sunday show talking about finding a man. I said, go to Home Depot, get your man. Go find your man. He be at Home Depot. And she said, well, I said, no. I said, right now you come up with excuses. You don't want to get that man because you don't want to get them and do with that little bit of dirt up on his nails. You don't, because he got them steel toe boots on, or he got a lot of dust and wearing a safety vest. You don't want that dude. That's what it really is. Not that he's married or like that. That may not even be the case. Not every man in there is married. I promise you. Look. I've been going to Home Depot. I usually go about 3 times a month. I damn near go once a week, James. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
One of the first places I hit is James. One of the first places I hit is that clearance rack. They got a little clearance area. They got like 2 different on the end cap. I hit them up just to see. And if I don't ever get nothing, I always get some light bulbs. I always walk away with some light bulbs. They got some good clearance light bulbs. I'm getting them because I know light bulbs gonna eventually go out, and there's nothing wrong with having some more extra light bulbs just in case. You don't want to get caught with your pants down, got no light bulb, and all of a sudden, I hate this. So my fixtures got three different, 3 lights. I put 3 bulbs up there. One of them go out, man. I can just tell. Man, what's going on? Feel a little darker than it was. I look up, light gone now.
Exactly.
That pissed me off.
Hey, this is a good time too to get like the roofing supplies. So I've been seeing a lot of roofing supplies. A lot of people don't like to work on the roofs on the winter, and then the lawnmower. So today I took a picture of it. They had some nails that was regular $75 for $30, some roofing nails, and then they had a lawnmower that was regular $550. It was $250. So they trying to get rid of their stuff. So I'm like, I'm taking pictures. I'm plotting. I got it. Hold on, well, you can let me see if I can see it. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm flying over here, like, yo, man.
So you over scouting the what's that? The nail gun? Is that what that is?
Yeah. So I bought a nail gun because it was on clearance like a month ago, and then now I seen the nails for it is on clearance too because I got like a roofing project I got to do into my garage. So I'm just kind of just waiting to get the material up, and then now I'm just gonna fix it myself. One of these days, I never did it before, but I'm finna learn that shit.
So James about to get up there with his Latino and Mexican brothers and do some fixing up. And are you gonna replace or are you patching it? What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna have to replace a portion because it's leaking on the inside. So it's like a slow leak, but I probably have to. I think the last person that did it, they didn't do a great job at it. So I probably have to replace the 2x4s that's in there, and then put the the plywood down and stuff. So yeah, we'll see if I'm off YouTube for a while. You know why I fell off the roof or something. So
James hit the floor. James is in the garage trying to be Mr. Fix It.
I'm gonna tell my wife to record it.
Look, I tell you guys this. Let me help you guys out. Get you some goddamn knee pads.
Yeah.
Knee pads or a kneeling board. Either one will work. But if I prefer like the knee pads, because then I can pretty much do things. I don't have to worry about dragging the kneeling board behind me. Now I know I probably should have did a Google image and download the picture and all that just so people can see what it is. Damn, I probably should have. But the knee pads are for the case of putting up for cover your knees. So like what James is about to do, he's about to get up on the roof and he's gonna be on his knees a whole lot or sitting down, either one. Now, of course, the kneeling board is gonna be good either way, kneeling or sitting down. That's the good thing about the kneeling board. You use either option. Now, of course, the knee pad is just gonna be just for your knees. But you know, I don't know. I don't think you plan on sitting down while you're doing it, are you, James? I'm sure you're gonna do more kneeling than anything. But
yep, that's a great advice. That's one advice my stepdad told me. So no, you right in line with my stepdad. Used to always say, "Hey, protect your knees," because he got an old age, and he was like, "Man, I wish I would have did this when I was younger." So that's one of the things he told me. So it's great advice.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's definitely what you need to do. But let me see. We got another super chat, man. Shout out my brother Tommy, man. For Tommy 2 thumbs, man, coming through with the $5 super chat. Brother, you didn't have to, but I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. He said, "What's good, everybody?" Brother, everything's good, man. We're alive. We're allowed to see another beautiful day, man. It's great out here. It's great out here, my brother. I promise you it is. It is great, and we are blessed. Hey, look, we just here talking about a little bit of home improvement things, little things we fix, little secrets and tricks of the trade that we talk about. That's all we doing. We ain't doing that. Ain't nobody trying to fix all world problems. Just trying to get our home together. That's it. And the original two man's here, my man James, he's talking about getting on that goddamn roof. Now I don't recommend you get on the roof. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna let the professionals have that. But James is a better man than me because he said I'm gonna do it my damn self.
Hey man, I promise you, man.
I'm gonna save a few bucks here and there, and I'm gonna get on that goddamn roof. Now, James, why didn't you file this on the insurance claim, brother?
I probably would try, but it's just like a learning experiment for me. So sorry for the background, but yeah, it's okay. It's more of like a learning. Like I like to like every project I had or everything I learned how to do. Most of the things I learned from a house that I lived at. So after I fixed it, now I know how to do it, or I try to perfect it for the next house.
So. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, that's understandable. That's definitely understandable. I'm trying to.
I'm
on mute. Of course, you can't hear me. I'm on mute. Ain't that? I'm trying to pull the clip of the video I did when I was at Home Depot, right? So I went on the outing, and I can't give people brief scenarios about it, but I'm definitely going to. I'm gonna just share it. I'm not gonna be able to put it through the stream. I'm just gonna share it. But my outing at I went to Home Depot, and so what even drew me to it was my water bill was high. I'm like, okay, why is my water bill high? You know what I'm saying? I got a couple things I need to check. So, people who know anything about plumbing, okay, is my toilet running? And it's running to the point where it's slightly running, but I can't hear it because I got a real keen eye for that shit, man. Like I said, the field that I'm in and I work with a lot of plumbers. I deal with water companies and all that because I'm in the wastewater treatment. That's my field of expertise. So with that being said, man, I'm real sensitive when I hear water. right? I'm just real sensitive. I don't know why. But I'm like, okay, I'm listening. I'm like, okay, sound like I'm hearing some water. What's, and I'm trying to think, my dishwasher's not running. Wash machine's not running. What? I know I ain't left no sink on or nothing like that. What's going on? So now I go outside. Ah, now we all know over a period of time, copper, it expands, it fluctuates, it does all of that. And over a period of time, with that expansion and the decompression and all that, it puts wear and tear on that copper. And that copper splits, cracks, uh, it just wear and tear, right? And so we got to replace those things. Well, that's what happened. I got blessed and had a small split in my damn copper pipe on the outside. Now this is the exterior of the house where the exterior of the house where my I got a faucet in my backyard, and so it's up under my deck. So now I got to go up under my deck, and I'm 6'3", James. I'm 6'3", and I'm getting up under my deck, and it's only probably about 3 foot high, right? It's 3 foot high from the ground. So fortunate enough, I could get in there, but I got to crawl to get in there, and I could sit down and kind of put my head between the slabs. So that's how I'm doing that now. I got my head lamp. You know what I'm saying? I got my other lamp. I'm sitting up. I'm shout out to Milwaukee, Milwaukee floodlights. Got one of those out there, and I'm out there fixing stuff. I'm out there analyzing. Okay, what am I have to do? What parts am I going to have to get in order to fix these things? So I'm doing all. Yeah, I'm doing my. James, you ain't shit. I'm doing my Bob the Builder work without a hard hat. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, so I'm doing these things. Man, Tommy said I'm not at home on it yet, but when I am, I'm outsourcing my home improvement projects. I know. Said you outsource it. I understand. Hey, you do what you got to do. Now me, I'm cheap. I ain't gonna lie. I'm cheap. And that's what it's not that I'm interested in fixing shit. No, I'm not. Not really. I mean, some things I like to build and truck and do with my hands. Mostly because I'm cheap. And I want to do it my goddamn self. And so why not do that? Learn in the process, like James was saying. It's a learning process. Learn in the process, but also get it done and save myself some money. Tommy, that's what I'm doing. Now, brother, like you, man, you got all the money. I mean, you got it all over the place. I got a little bit up under my mattress, but I ain't got much. Not enough yet to I'm ready to do it. But Tommy, I understand. I promise you, I do, my brother. But I appreciate you being here, man. Just look here, because there might be some things like, man, I ain't gonna make no call on that, so I'm gonna go and fix it myself. So you might learn something today. So stay locked in and tune in with us, man.
And you can save hundreds of thousands. Like I saved us so much money just for doing so much work ourselves. Like a toilet is leaking or have to replace a toilet. That's that can be $100-$200 a pop. Depending on where you at, that's $300. But if you know how to replace a toilet, it's something very simple. It takes like 5-10 minutes to do. If you know what you're doing, and you watch a couple YouTube videos, boom, you got $300 in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. And people don't realize. I know they like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that. No, it's not. It's not. It's not really a lot compared to certain other things. But it's just not everybody is blessed like that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has those blessings where they can afford to do those things. I mean, sometimes, man, look, there was a time, man, if somebody said, man, it's a $300 job, man, I had to go to one of them check cashing place. You know what I'm saying? Write a check just to get $300 because I ain't got it.
Exactly.
I ain't got it, man.
Yep, man.
So I know the feeling of not having a struggle and all that and have to do what you got to do straight about. I know that feeling. Exactly. So I appreciate little things, man. Even them $200 or $300, I appreciate those things. You know what I'm saying? I do, James. I promise you, I do. I know you. That's not a problem for you. You got it like that. I don't, James. I gotta do what I gotta do, man.
Nah, man. It was tight because I don't know. I rarely talk about this kind of like on the space, but my wife was a stay at home for like almost 6-7 years of our 10-year relationship. So and then we had, we got all the kids and stuff like that. So, and I was the only I was a single provider. So, and then I was making investments too on the houses. So money was tight, man, because we got all these different things that we was trying to accomplish in buying this house and this house and that type of stuff. So that's another reason why I was like, I'm not going to pay nobody for nothing, because now I can use that money to invest more. But if I'm paying all this money to get people to fix these houses up, now where I'm gonna have my money to invest. So it's crazy, man. I got do some repairs on some properties now that I'm trying to stack up for, just to to get it back going, because the COVID kind of screwed me over. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely that, man. And when you say that, man, it's funny because, like you said, the little things like that could be costly, and you don't even realize that, man. For you to call a plumber, let me go and let it be known. For you to call a plumber, you looking at an automatic off the rip $200.
Facts. Just didn't come out.
Yes.
Don't let it be on the weekend.
And that's what I was about to say. Weekend, after hours, holidays. Because please believe me, guys, we as homeowners know shit goes out on the holidays. It doesn't take a day off when your air or your heat goes out during the wintertime and it's Christmas Day and you hosting a party or fire. I'm not saying it because it be saying it because it came off the dome. It's happened. Now, I didn't call the person that day. I said, shit, we know we're not. We're not. Let me tell you, I got a fireplace. We hit that gas fireplace. We turn it on. I still got power. I got a couple of space heaters around here. I got one right here warming my big ass up right now. You think we didn't do that, James?
And don't let that toilet be the only toilet in that house. They know they got your ass. They like, oh shit. Oh yeah, that's 350. That's 400.
And see, hey, look, James, you can't outsource that toilet.
Exactly.
Now, look, me and my son, we go outside. It would be a problem. Go behind the garage and shed or something. You can't convince the ladies to do that. That ain't happening.
Exactly. And it was my tenant was a female, so she could have easily just, unplugged it or unclogged it, whatever. But she didn't, want to do it. So, and then now the plumber asks, they always say too, oh yeah, man, it was back there real bad. That's the same as all the man, shut up. Your ass in there 10 minutes. I was like, dang, man. That's another thing.
He put a little extra on that sauce, didn't he?
Yeah, I hate being out of town away from them. So it's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember, that was kind of the thing that kind of deterred me from having some in the same state as mine. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference, man. And that's one thing about, like you saying, being a landlord and your property's 4 states over. Like, it's really nothing you can do. You're at the mercy of outsourcing automatic, nothing. You got no choice. You know what I'm saying? That's the one bad thing about it. But guys, I don't want to make it sound like gloom and doom being a homeowner. I promise you, it's a beautiful thing. Now, you can't call your landlord and say, hey, come fix my leaking toilet. My sink is leaking, or the dishwasher's not working. I don't know, there's water around the seal, it's dripping. I don't know why. Or for some reason my light switch is like it's got a short in it, and I hear it arcing. I don't know what's that sound. James, I'm talking from experience, brother. These old things I had to deal with.
Exactly, man.
Me as a homeowner and me as a landlord, I had to deal with those type of things.
Yep. So you was giving me PTSD, man. When you talk about that copper pipe, them copper pipes burst. I was like, man, in my son's room, the pipe for the hose pipe burst, and but it was how the pipe is made. In order for the hose pipe to get it goes up. So if the water's not on, you won't know that it's burst. So I was outside, we was cleaning something, and then we'll turn the water on. We was like, "What's that noise?" But then we was like, "Ain't nothing, ain't no big deal." And then every time, how you cut the hose off at the end of the hose, it's supposed to stay there, but it'll be like the water be leaving there because I had the shrinkable hose. All right, so I'm like, why's the water leaving the hose? And then come to find out, man, it was all number water in his room, and it was all I had to take all the carpet up. It was bad, man. I had to. Oh my gosh, man, it was terrible. I had to cut holes in the wall and get all the sheetrock and replace that and stuff like that, man. It's a lot, but it's a good problem to have, honestly, because you're able to build equity and all that type of stuff, right? You can't do that in no apartment. Yeah, you got to deal with this BS, but it's pros and cons to it.
Man, I keep meeting myself. Yeah, for sure. Because people, I don't know. It's just like it's funny we saying this because and these are some of the things that really scare people from being homeowners because they have to worry about doing that. I want to play a couple clips, and one of these is a little long, and I'm gonna definitely make sure I pause between them. Um, but yeah, these are a couple clips where like I said, I went to Home Depot and was looking for the materials that I need, as far as doing what I have to do, as far as fixing stuff up, uh, changing the guts out, because that was one of the things I did. And normally I probably wouldn't have did it, but I said, man, look, I haven't done it probably since I first moved here. And so people kind of recommend that you do it every so often to change your guts out and your toilets to, checks the seal of your toilet where it flushes out. Change that. Sometimes you have to do that. The chain, eventually goes out over a period of time. I said it's been a minute, and the one downstairs bathroom, I haven't done that at all. So I haven't fixed that one. I just did the one up there because I was I'm a big fan of them with them water savers, flush. I love those things. They quick flush, don't use a lot of water. Um, you won't see it on your bill. Let me say this. You will, over a period of time, you really won't notice it be very minute how much less water you will use. But if you look at it like, say, over a 6-month span, like, say, prior to you having it and to you replacing it and doing, you'll see the difference then. But I definitely want to show this video. Let me see a couple of these super chats, man. What people are saying. My man said the V dropped a hammer on many people. I know that's right, Blaze. Look, Blaze, I appreciate you remind me. Let me do that. James, what I like to do is present my album and my Funko / action figure of the week. And so those things in the back, let me kind of turn around. Album of the week is DJ Quick. Quick is my name. That's the name of the album. And Funko Pop of the week, I said, let me go and put the two divisions that I'm rooting for in the AFC, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. And those Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are the Funko Pops of the week. So shout out to my brother Blaze for even reminding me to do it. Sometimes my lady like, you forgot to do the action figure album. I said, you right. Let me make sure I do it. She said I should do it early so I can get it gone, get it out of the way. She's right. I need to start doing it, make sure I'm on top of it. But brother Blaze with the friendly reminder, what's going on? My man Free said, what's up, Hinks? Look to James in the chat. Right on, James. Right on no capability, Freezy. Hey, man, Freezy came through with the information, man. Said they was bombing people, man. I said, well, shit, hey, don't y'all come over here with that mess, man. Don't my little struggle channel, man. I'm just trying to do what I can, man. Don't hurt your boy Hink's struggle channel now, man. Let me live over here, right? Let me live. So with that being said, I went to Home Depot. And one of the things I like to talk about is things I had to deal with as far as working on a tenant's place and all that. And while I was in there, I said, well, let me give a tutorial on what not to do when you're dealing with clogs and backups and all of that. So let me go ahead and play the video. It's kind of long, James, and I'm going to make sure I definitely do some pausing in between. Let me make sure I share my screen. Oh, here we are. So, let's see. All right, James. Can you see it, brother?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, make sure you can hear it. Can you hear it? It's not very loud.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes they go that every.
So in here, I'm in the process of showing where I'm about to get the guts, and some of your best guts to get is they got a Home Depot brand, right? That's pretty good, but you kind of want to get the best thing they have, the one that's going to last you the longest and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm showing here. But then I started looking at other stuff, man, that just irked me. But I'm gonna let the video play.
5 years, sometimes they get 10 years, that one depends. But I'm gonna replace those as well. Oh man. They on the other side, my man. On the other side? Yeah, they on the next aisle over. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. He said they over.
So James, you hear me like I work there and giving out directions because I'm there so goddamn much.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I ought to be ashamed of myself. I know where all the stuff is.
You got it, my man. So I gotta replace the guts, just in case, because I was using it this morning and I thought I heard something. So that's when you hear your toilet not after it's flushing supposed to stop, you still hear some water running. Yeah, that's concerning. So of course I didn't see no dive, but just in case, man, it ain't gonna hurt to replace. These things only run about $15.97 for the better version, 2 times stronger, compared to the general one. It usually lasts about, it's like a 5-year warranty, but we know how that goes. It's like $9.89 and $9.98. So I'm gonna go with the better one.
So let me kind of speed through it, man, because they got that goddamn music playing in the background. I don't want YouTube to have no issues with me. I just want to let YouTube know I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, but I don't want no issues. So let me kind of speed through this. Let me get to the part that I want to I have issues with. So here we go.
Y'all see this shit? The worst thing you can use for your pipes, the liquor drain on it. Yeah, that shit is not good. It's harsh. It's very harsh, especially on PVC. Now, I know it's supposed to be Schedule 80, Schedule 30 PVC pipes, but that's not what's up under your sink. You got that cheap ass pipes, and I'll show you the type of stuff that's more likely up under your sink. This liquid Drano shit, do not use this shit on your goddamn. Don't use this shit. Don't use it at all. This shit right here, do not use this shit at all. It's bad for pipes. Please believe in me. With my job, and I work closely with plumbers and dealing with plumbers, and have relationships with plumbers and know a little bit about plumbing. Do not use this shit on your goddamn pipes. I don't care what it says. Don't use it. Because this is the kind of pipe you're going to be using, or you're going to be having in your house more like that. So, this is the cheap shit that they're going to put in your pipe. It's just thin as hell. It's not good. Now, of course, it's universal, and you know what you do with. The shit they put in there. Look at that cheap shit. This is some cheap shit. This is rental property shit. This is what I would put in rental property. I know them dumb motherfuckers gonna be the first one to grab some goddamn Drano. They be the first one to put some goddamn Drano in my shit. And I tell them not to. Who really listens? Not them dumb motherfuckers. By the way, it's first of the month. Guess who got paid, motherfuckers? Guess who got paid? So, yeah, that's the shit you put in there. That's the shit you replace in up under your sinks and your bathrooms, kitchens, and all that shit. That cheap shit. And you imagine that harsh shit on this cheap plastic, it's just gonna be ate up fast. If you so happen to get this, I mean, it'll last a little longer, but they're still not good. Now, this is some metal, some cheap ass metal. That's metal. That's shit still not gonna last. Because eventually it'll crow that shit too. It'll kill that shit over time. That shit's harsh. That shit's real harsh. And it's very unforgiving, especially on that PVC, on that plastic. Don't use that shit. You gotta go the old fashioned way, dog. Let me show you. So when I say old fashioned, this is old fashioned way. Now, depends on how much you want to invest in this bullshit. Depends. So if you're a worker, man, you're gonna invest in a little bit more. But the common guy, some will be good for someone's household. Now, these are what you probably want to get, something like this. You know, something simple. If I'm gonna be a work after that forearm, I promise you that. Or you can get the ones. You got a good drill. You can connect that part right there to a drill. Pop about 25 to 50 foot in here. A snake. That's the handle you crank it with to make it like slither around like a goddamn snake. Or depends on how much you want to invest. Right? Now, if you want to invest some money, looks like they're gonna have a sale. Well, they got a sale currently right now on Roby. Roby's not a good product to me. It's cheap, but now it's good for beginners. But if you're a veteran, and you know, wouldn't mess with it too much. But for somebody beginning or somebody just ain't really trying to do nothing with it, that's perfect for you guys. Perfect use. Like I said, they got them on sale. But if you're willing to invest a little bit more, right down there is what you need. It's around about 209 now. You can step up a little bit. Where they snake a real line. Now that's gonna go a little farther. It looks like it goes up to, I'm gonna say about 75 foot. So it depends on what you're trying to do. Your house is you only need about up to 25, right? That's all you need. But a 75 footer, you're going all way. You damn near going out to the street. You damn near going out to the street with that. So right there, it's another. Depends on what you're looking for. Something like this, something cheap. If you know it's nothing but air, this is always good to have at your house. Something like that to get down there. Something like that. Something cheap. I mean, like I said, it's $2.97. You got one that's $3.48, and so on. If something cheap like that, that's fine. Now look, this you can do like you giving it like a blast, like a forceful blast. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got them little like the little pellet gun air things, and you're pretty much just shooting a blast of air through there. That's all you're doing. So I mean, I've never used nothing like that. I mean, it looked like an oversized, powerful plunger. Is what it looked like to me. I never used nothing like that before, but I guess it could work. You know what I'm saying? Depends on you. But right there, yeah, those are for the big jobs. You got the small bladder, that's the medium sized bladder, then you got the, what you consider the large bladder. And that thing probably could go up to like a 6 foot, a 6 inch drain pipe. Let's see.
What that connects to?
Six.
You said what,
So, I
James?
don't know if you have.
So that right there is a to help people out. That's a bladder, and so you connect it to a water hose, and so it fills it up, and then it shoots it out through the line. So it like forces water. So like if say if you feel like you got a clog in your lines,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to. A lot of people put it like you have clean out lines. Every house has a clean out line.
Yeah. Yep.
And so that's where you would put it down in there, and then you go turn the water hose on, and it fills up, and it blasts a strip of water out.
Okay. Okay.
Matter of fact, looks like you pissing.
Yeah.
That's where you pull your shit out and you force. You get strong piss. That's what it looks like. It's good strong force of water. That's what that is.
I never seen that tool before. Yeah, you putting out a lot of good stuff.
Well, I just.
So what you do is you connect that to your
James,
water hose.
I'm just trying to help the people out. I'm just trying to help the people out. But yeah, something like that. I wouldn't recommend for amateurs. I wouldn't recommend you really try to pop that clean out lid and do that unless you know what you're doing, because you can do some damage. Because where you at, you're shooting it through, but you can also shoot it back into your house.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want, if you don't know what you're doing, it can happen, and you don't want that to shoot back into your house, man. Because whatever's clogging them up might not be good.
Yeah.
It might be old tampon, and you might shoot that shit back in your house, and you don't want that shit come through your toilet. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I had to buy a snake before for the house, but I got it from Harbor Freight. So sometimes I get it from, if is the area some cheap, a cheaper tool place, whatever. But for the big industrial stuff, but yeah.
So yeah, let me finish. I don't think it's not much more going.
And you put it down the pipeline. Now, of course, I would not recommend you do this for something in your house. It'd be something you doing on outside of your house, like to clean out or something like that. You would put it down there and force and turn on the water hose and force pretty much the bladder blow up and force water through there. That's what it's doing. So same concept with the medium as well as the small. Those are called bladders. You connect that to your hose. See, connect that to the water hose, and it shoots up. It's kind of like a split right there. Another hole right there. See the hole? Water force will shoot through the hole. And I'm over dropping shit. God damn it. But those are just little things you can do. Don't use that fucking harsh ass Drano shit. That's you'll regret it later. I promise you. Once I learned that lesson, I never looked down to get Drano. Man, no, I'm just saying. You live and learn. These are all little things you have to do as a homeowner.
Shut that down. But yeah, look. What's going on, brother Matthew? How you doing today, big brother? I hope it all is well with you. I can't stand Drano.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. So so does it like how quick is it? Like it's over years or like a few times?
Well, you got to think. So imagine if you have a wife and a daughter, and you have multiple girls in your house. And we know they shed hair, their hair shed. You know, even my bird sheds a little bit, but not as much. But you know, when their hair, they don't always throw it away in the trash. Sometimes they just let that shit go down in the sink. And over a time period, that shit gets clogged up in your pipes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So every time you see a slow leak, people pour a drain on. Or they think it's clogged up, or it is clogged up, they pour in the drain on. Well, that shit's acid. That's all it is a harsh acid you're pouring down. It starts to fizzle up and go through and eat whatever shit that is away to clog it up. Well, that's not good for that PVC and that plastic because it corrodes it to the point where it's gonna, you know, say about 2 or 3 years, it's gonna bust a hole and kill the lifespan of that pipe. And so you pouring that acid down there is not good. And sometimes, you know, people don't know how to use it, and they pour it down there, and that shit will backfire on you. That shit will spew back at you. Look, only thing you gotta do is ask the plumber, and he can give you the whole history of it.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, if he said I use a plunger first, yeah, well, you know, that's what you should do. I don't use a plunger first because I already know if it's backed up, go get a snake. If you have one now, sometimes you could kind of do your own thing and make your own thing and use a hanger. If for some immediate you don't have access to a snake right offhand, go get a hanger, the old fashioned wire hanger, and you know you spread it out and kind of stab at it in there. Another thing is, while you doing that, use some boiling hot water and pouring it down. Have your lady or somebody else to pour the water down while you hit it with a hanger to kind of loosen it up. You know what I'm saying? That always helps.
So one time I disconnected the pipes and then I just kind of cleaned it out like that, and I was able to kind of see where it was at.
Yeah, you can
like
also do that. Sometimes that's where you're hoping it is. Get caught between there and the trap.
Exactly.
You're kind of hoping it there is where the clog is, because now you can really go in there and get you some a channel lock to pull the shit out and go from there, and then do it that way. But we know most of the time it's not where it is. It's a little bit further back than you have access to up under the sink. And so now you got to do a little work.
Yeah,
you got to do a little work. You can probably see it, but it's still probably about a foot in there, maybe 2 foot back. Or I can't get to it with just a normal thing. So now you have no choice but to get a snake. A lot of people end up calling a plumber for those type issues, and I understand why, because you just don't know. You don't have the knowledge. So what do? You do what you got to do. She said, I have fished out a globs of hair with a hanger. I mean, look.
I'm glad I ain't got no girls in this house. It's only my wife. That's it.
Those little things, man, you got to do stuff like that. And look, I tell my lady, hey, get that. Don't put that hair down in my damn sink. Pull it, get that shit up out of there. If your shit starts shedding, put it out to the side. Grab it later if you have to, but don't let that shit go down the sink. Another thing, man, you get a tampon down there. Wet wipes, I know they sit there and say, oh, it says it's flushable. Ain't none of that shit flushable, James.
Exactly. I had oh my God, I had to get somebody with a snake out here, a plumber with a snake out here for that. Because he was doing another job and it had clogged up at the same time. So he just kind of hooked me up. But I was like, damn, man. Like, I was like who flushing wipes down? He was a big ass glob of wipes and it was just stuck. It's crazy, man. This is ridiculous.
And sometimes even a snake can't get it out. Because that shit cakes up so much, it starts to turn like concrete. You know what I'm saying? And now that's why we got like what we consider root cutters and all of that. And so where you have to get a plumbing company or, your water company, man, to come out there and root cut lines. And usually root cutters are for trees and branches, because branches do get in your line and it happens. And there's nothing really you can do about that. That's
and that's expensive too.
And that's not one of those. Even two-man James can't go out there and fix that. He's got to call them.
Yeah, man.
He got to outsource.
Get all type of shit for that.
Yeah. You pretty much got to outsource those type of things. My man Matthew said, I damn near tackled my son one day trying to flush his toilet down the toilet. Come here, boy.
Get over here.
Hey, look here, man. I'm telling you, I understand what y'all talking about. I had a tendency to telling me a lie. No, you didn't do that. I'm looking at all these goddamn baby mini toys around. Yeah,
condoms. Oh my gosh, they do that.
He got
push the condoms down there too. I was like, they'd be clogging it up. I'd be like, y'all nasty. Trying to hide the damn condom.
I'm like, dude, I'm looking at this little boy. I'm like, yeah, he looked mischievous. His ass done flushed a couple things down my goddamn toilet. He talking about he liked to. Then they press him. Then he said, "Yeah, I like to see the little man go down in a circle." Oh my god, damn, you asshole! I said, you got him asshole, man. You killing me, boy. So I end up having to get that fixed. But yeah, like I said, Drano's like the worst thing for your toilet, man. I stay away from that shit, man. That shit's gonna tear your shit up, man. It's gonna tear your shit up. It's not good at all. Other little things, man, I like to do, and I like to tell people, is when you go in there, make sure you get the cutoff valves. Now, let me show this video. I do got this on StreamYard. I'm a big fan of shark bites, James. I don't know if you're a fan of them or not. I'm a big fan of them. Now, they're a little bit more pricey, right?
Yeah, they're easy to use too.
Yeah, and that's why I love them. Plumbers hate them because it's like we just put them out of business. Because you can do it yourself with those shark bites because it's easy push. That's it, and then they it. Long as the surface is good and flat, and where your copper is, make sure you get some sandpaper to make sure you got all the little fray. Because even the ones that are the sections that are pre-cut, you know how they sell those at Home Depot, those still get kind of fray. So you want to kind of clean it out. Make sure you get like the little sandpaper strips, and kind of clean that up and all that good stuff. Before you stick it on there so you can have a good snug fit. But let me show this video. This is that copper pipe I was telling you about that was up under my deck. But here we go. So right now, this is what I'm dealing with. See my water bill, wonder why it was high. Now I had to go figure it out. Now, this is one of the things I have to deal with. So I got to do that. Then I gotta do a dye test, so I gotta go get some food color. That's what you do if you don't have no dye tablets. Get food color, put it in your bowl, and if it leaks into your well, if it's into your bowl area, it's a bad thing. It means you got a leak around your toilet. But if it's not, then you need to call your water company and say what's going on. But this could be the reason why my water bill is so high. I don't know. But this is about to get changed. So what happens is these copper pipes, after so many years, they go bad. So now I'm up under my house. Well, not completely. Well, I'm up under my deck area. So that little space I had to get in right there. Kind of hard for a big man to do, but it is what it is. It is what it is, but I got to make it happen. Some things I could do myself. Sometimes I gotta get it outsourced, as we like to say. We'll see the results later. So that was the before. Here's the after. My man, he said, how old is your house, Shit, my house was built in 1956. So that tells you how old my house is. Here's the after. So, guys, remember how it was before when it was leaking, right? So now it's one shark bite. That is a 2-inch piece of hexi pipe. That's another shark bite. Then I connected it to the piece of copper. It was connected to the hose. To the spout now. I'm gonna have to hook that up once I come out from under here up to the deck. But that's just what it looks like. As a homeowner, sometimes sometimes you just want to fix your own stuff, man, right? So that's what I do, save a little money. Because it's nothing. The beautiful thing about these shark bites, man, stick and go. And they usually last for a long time. Quick fix. Some people say a plumber's worst nightmare. Depends on who you ask. So, look, I swear by these things, and then that flexi pipe, I love that too, because now with that, I don't have to worry about that. I try to use as less copper as I can, because now with that, I don't have to worry about it, and it can handle the expansion and the compression and all that. So the elements don't really mess with that plastic part of the pipe that you see on there.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that stuff's good, man. That stuff, and it holds its shape, it's stiff. Man, I swear by it. And usually, you'll see that it's like a long, what's that, like it's like a circle tube of it, usually around where they got the shark bites and the plexi, what is it called, the plex something,
it's like PX or something like that. Yeah.
And so it's a little costly, but it's worth having a spool of it, and that's what I got. I got a whole spool of it. It was cheaper for me to do it that way than get just one long strip. They sell in like sections of 14 foot, and I said, man, I don't need that much. I just need just enough. But then I said, well, shit, I don't mind having that much if I get it cheaper, if I get a little bit more. So now I got a section of 25. If I pull it all the way out, it'll be 25 feet, but it's all spooled up, so it's rolled up. So it's probably about, I'll say myself $5, really, but I got more.
Yeah, and
so
that's why I kind of stayed away from it, because it was expensive. So I was like, I just kind of use what they've been using for a while. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's something to think about, because they got certain tools and stuff you got to have for it too as well. So I was like, but yeah, that's not bad. But that shark bites, man, I had a cousin of mine. He told me a lot of plumbers this is in Alabama. He was like, a lot of plumbers didn't like it. They say they don't last as long. But I think that's they're probably just saying that just so a lot of people, they can stay in business, because a lot of this stuff you can do yourself now. Like when I installed that sink, I moved that plumbing back closer to the wall. Mm-hmm. So I had to cut the pipes, and then I cut the copper pipes and push it. I use a shark bite to move it so I can put that in there. So
Matthew, you dead wrong for this shit, because I'm not up north. I'm in the South. Now, it depends on who you ask. Some people don't think Kentucky's the South, but we are. Kentucky is in the South, and that's where I'm at. So
you're in the SEC.
Yeah. I don't know. I would consider us the most northernest team, but Missouri might be there right with us. So it depends on who you ask. So yeah. But man, look, I love the thing about the shark bites. It makes it so easy. They got it in every aspect of it. Even you know, your water cutoff valves, your main water, how you had the old school faucet thing. I had to switch mine over. I like that. I like the ball valve tight cutoff, which I can just turn quick. You don't have to worry about the nut going bad in it or nothing like that. One quick shut off and that's it. The thing about the other style, the nut can go bad. And so it could get stripped and then it get loose and then you got to replace it and all that. Now, of course, you shouldn't be turning your main water valve in your house off a lot like it. You shouldn't be. Now, if you are, you got a whole lot going on. That's a concern. But you shouldn't be shutting it off a lot. Now, what I do shut my main water valve. Like when I go on vacation, a long spirited vacation, I shut my main water valve off because I don't want to come home to a big ass flood, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want them problems.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I never had it happen to me, but you hear horror stories and all that. So I usually do that. My hot water tank, I usually turn it down, because fortunately my hot water tank, it's got like a mode on it that says vacation, so you kind of cut it down so you don't build a lot of pressure while you're not using it and all that good stuff. So
You got money. I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
James, don't start, don't start. James trying to start some shit. I'm broke. I'm poor, and I need for y'all to hit the like button as much as possible, guys. I appreciate that. Shout out to my man, brother Matthew, man. Matthew, you didn't have to do this, but I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. He said, what's a good ride in Lamar? Under 5K. Well, you get a lot of good riding lawnmowers under 5K, brother. I promise you that. I'm a fan of steel products, so I'm going to let you know. I'm a big fan of steel products, and that's a good question because I was going to kind of get into this stuff. Like I was going to ask James what his preference is. I like steel products, and he said down in Georgia they trying to rob him. Then leave the state of Georgia and go get you one. If you got a truck, a buddy with a truck with a trailer, drag ass to the next state over if you have to. Look, I went to Indiana and got one. Now, it's 5 cents compared to 6 cents over here. I know it's not a lot, it's a penny, but every little bit counts. I went to Indiana and got mine from a Home Depot and got one from them. So you can go get a lot of. Like I said, I'm a steel guy. I don't know about you, James. What is your preference, brother?
I was gonna say, I remember I was looking at the John Deere's because of that situation, because the undercarriage is a lot stronger than a lot of the other brands that don't have some of the same issues. So I was gonna say the John Deere, but they had some that was regularly like 5,000, and they had it on sale at Home Depot for 3. So sometimes they have those deals. So if you catch those deals, man, just every week or so, or once a month or something, you can do like something like that. Just looking up. But I remember, I know for sure because I was about to buy one, and it was like it was like $2,000 off. So sometimes they be trying to get rid of those John Deere's and some of the other lawnmowers they have too as well, because they probably got extra stocks or something. So just look that out.
And the best time is now. The best time to get it is the winter time because it's out of season. Everything that's out of season is always the best time to get the stuff. Clothes, lawn equipment, anything like that. He said, "Good idea, my yellow friend." Hey, man. Oh man, but yeah, definitely. Get the stuff when it's out of season. That's some of your best time to get the stuff. Um, like James said, man, that John Deere's a good thing. I also recommend get you a zero turn. If you can afford to do that, man, those things are nice. They're nice and they turn on a dime. I mean, look, I don't know if you just how big of a yard you got. If you could just feel like you could just get away with an average sit down lawnmower, then go with that. But if you got to, go around a lot of trees and all of that, and you got a lot of, decor in your yard, maybe all of that where you have to go around, I would definitely get one of them zero turns. Else you're gonna be out there with a lawnmower or with your weed eater, cutting yourself from damn near 2 feet back from whatever you cutting around just to get it. Unless it's something you can move. I know, Matthew, you seem like those guys who got about 5 different gnomes in your goddamn yard. That's how you dark skinned brothers roll. He said, soon to be 3 acres. Yeah, get you one of them zero turn riding lawnmowers. Don't play around.
Sure, they got a battery power one right now on sale. It was regular $6,000 at Home Depot for $3,500. It's the Roby, the battery power one. I don't know. Some people don't like the battery one. Some people like it, but it's basically almost it's $2,500 off right now. So that's what I do.
James, I ain't gonna lie, I don't recommend nothing Roby for anybody.
yeah, that's why some people don't like it. Some people like them motherfuckers, some people don't. But yeah, this is one of their first brands too doing that battery power shit. But yeah.
And I see, look, and I'm not a big fan. I guess I'm just a traditionalist. I'm not a big fan of the battery power stuff. I still believe in 2-cycle oil. Pull the drawstring and let's get this thing started. You know what I'm saying? That's me. But I understand. For the tree huggers out there, do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. I'm not a big fan of battery power. Only thing of battery power I got is a blower. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I got battery power is a blower.
I think in the South, I don't think it's a good option to have because normally the yards be big. But I'm living up north now, so the yards are a lot smaller. So I was doing. I had a little lawn care business. I had just making some side money doing that as well, and I had battery power.
You're a jack of all trades, ain't you, brother?
Yeah, man, I was trying to get it.
My boy James is killing them everywhere.
Yeah, man, I was trying to get it. You know what I mean? And it was good for my kids too. My oldest son, he'd be out there, he's knocking yard out. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to buy his phone. With the money and stuff like that. So just showing him get the tricks of the trade, and he can learn on somebody else's yard. He ain't got to mess my yard up. So. So yeah.
And see, I don't even say cut grass. I say manicure. You see, my yard is manicure. We ain't cut grass. You know them dudes who got that golf course lawn. Hey, that's what I like. That's what I want. I wanted the stripe. Give me the stripes,
man.
So how to be. And I had to teach my son that.
Yeah, I got a guy in my neighborhood, man. He be like that. It's an older gentleman, man. I promise you, he don't let nobody walk on his yard. He got the caution tape around.
And he said he got caution tape out there.
This man is going to a whole nother level, man.
Y'all better stay away from my yard. What y'all doing? He said, don't even look. He said, I bet I see a dog. I'm out there pulling out that damn PB gun or that pellet gun on that ass.
Dang, man. This man is, his yard look nice now. But I was like, dang, is it that serious? But he ain't playing.
Look, I remember one time, my neighbor, I don't know if the dude was there or not. He was just visiting. I don't know what was going on, but his dog, he was walking his dog back to walk the neighborhood, and his dog decided to shit in my yard. My lady said, I know you're not going to go out there and say something to him. I know you. Yes, I am. Hey, man. Hey. You going to get this dog shit up out of my goddamn yard? You going to get this shit out of my yard? You see my yard? Get this shit up out of my goddamn yard. He walked his old sorry white ass I shouldn't hit his color, shouldn't even mind. He walked his sorry ass back over. I had to go get the goddamn bag and get this shit out of my yard. We're not doing this. My yard look like it for a reason, and I want to keep it that way. I don't need your dog's fertilizer. You can take that shit with you. So yeah, James, I don't play that shit, man. Get the shit out of my yard. I get mad when they get mad. Look, one dude was backing out, he pulled in my yard. I said, dude, tell your visitors to stay out my goddamn yard. Man, you ain't got to go there. Tell your visitors to stay out my yard because they won't like how it ends. Man, I don't play with them. James, I don't play with them, man. Let some shit blow in my yard. I assume it's them. I pick it up, put it right back on the driveway, man. That ain't lying. I know it's probably one of your goddamn ragged, and they might be somebody drive by and throw the shit out the window. I don't care. I'll put it in my neighbor's yard because they nasty. I can't stand them.
Hey, you probably start you a cutting grass channel or because man, those channels be making money, man. I be watching them like people be cutting people's yards and stuff like that, man. They be having so many views and stuff like, man, it's crazy.
It's damn right. Look, she gonna tell on me. She ain't shit, man. My moderator ain't shit. James, that's how Hank is. He be cursing out his name. Me mugging him and crossing his yard for real. You damn right. She said, what did you say to him? What did you say to him? Get out of my damn yard. Get your dog shit out of my yard. I said, unless you're a post office worker, why are you walking through my goddamn grass? Don't be cutting the shirt just because your ass is lazy. Walk around in that street. Stay out my yard. Man, look, James, I mean, one time them somebody trying to park in front of my house. Oh, man, this is the street. It's in front of my house. You need to move.
And you'll be playing for real.
Man, I don't like them some bitches. I'm mad that my neighbor sold to them. I promise you I'm mad at them. They get on my goddamn nerves. What do you say? Yes, my pops is like that. Manicure line. I know it. Hey, Jay, that's what it should be called. If you want a nice look, you manicure that thing. That thing look beautiful. You gonna go out there, man, sit a blanket down, man, have a picnic in my yard. The hell with this. Shit, what you talking about?
Yeah, my neighbor be praying over his shoulder.
Did not cut over the property, man. I know that's right. Man, I don't play around, man. Look, James, I know they can't stand me. I don't care. I had to get on them. I said, dude, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And he got this Mustang. It don't move. It just sit there in the backyard. He just revs it up. It seemed like every damn night about the same time. I think he trying to piss me off, James. You know, I got to be at work at 6:30 in the morning. I got to sleep. He out there 4 in the morning starting the car. What are you going at 4 in the morning? The car don't even move, James. He just be starting it up.
At 4?
That's what it seemed like. But it probably a little later than that. But I may be exaggerating. I just don't like him, James. I can't stand him.
It's 10 o'clock. you take it. That's funny. Oh shit.
What he say? Oh, I have to watch. He cuts his grass, and I got to cut. He dead. Look her back. Hey, look. The fortunate thing, the neighbor was there before he sold the house. He was the same way. Neighbor across the street. I mean, next door on the other side of him. Same way. Man, we believed in having a nice one. The house a little bit down there, same way. This new neighbor come in, they ruin it. They don't want to cut their grass. They let that shit be getting high. You know, that's when I be wishing I had a HOA. That's what man, when they do it, I wish, man, I could call somebody on it. Man, silly, man. I can't stand him, man. I can't stand him.
That's a fact. I'm the bad one in my neighborhood right now. I live in like an older neighborhood, and I'm doing repairs on the house, so I got like stuff like from the repairs and different things on a trailer and all this. I know they be pissed off, but you know I'm gonna get it together sooner or later. I'm gonna be done. You know, I know older people be like, Because I was like,
They be out there clogging up, making the house the property value go down.
I like shit. I'm trying to fix the inside. Because one of the neighbors, he stopped me, older gentleman. You know, the older people don't give a fuck. They gonna talk to you. He was like, yeah, when you gonna start fixing on the outside? You know, because I had, I bought it to get a cheaper price. You know what I mean? I made sure that it needed some work done on it so I can lower the price. I can have a bargaining chip. But he was like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fix on the inside first. He was like, nah, you need to fix on the outside first. I still ain't fixed on that shit. That was years ago.
Guys, I'll drop the link in case y'all want to come up here and ask some questions. Just shoot the shit. Tell us something about your story. I'm interested to hear a little bit about things y'all go through, what y'all had to do, and stuff like that. I'm definitely interested. But let me read this one right here. That was funny. Hinks sprinted so fast out the front door to confront the man and stared him down until he picked up the dog. Well, you damn right. James, you don't do that shit, man. No. Look, James, they can do it to you. If you accept, that's on you. You're not doing that shit to me. You damn right. I'm watching on time. And look, the little white woman over shaking, trying to hold the dog while the man go and pick up the bull. I'm like, all right, bud, I appreciate that. Hey, look, I'm looking to make sure you don't throw it. Don't you think you throwing it in my garbage can? I don't care if it's right out there, right beside you. You're not. You better find someplace else to throw it. That dog shit ain't going in my trash. He ended up throwing it to the neighbors across the street. I was like, God damn, boy, you ain't shit. he threw the bag of dog shit in another neighbor. He wasn't throwing it in mine, James. And it was right there beside. No, we're not doing this.
Did he look at you after he did it? He gave you a mean mug after he did it?
Shit, he didn't say nothing. He kept walking. He did right. He did right. and James, I don't play. I said, let that dog come in my yard and mess with my son, my daughter, me, my lady, my grandbaby. I'm gonna shoot your goddamn dog. I ain't got no problem with that. I will Michael Vick your dog. If your dog seems as a threat, I will knock him off. I'm not playing. I don't care. I don't care. He's a family member. Fuck him. Shit.
That always be weird to me.
You come with bad intentions. Even your dog could come with bad intentions. He's an animal. He can go off any moment. I don't know what he's going to do. So don't play with me. Keep your damn dog out my yard. Now they probably say, hey, you one of them old guys, ain't you? Get out of my yard. I understand. Look at man. I didn't understand when I was a kid about getting mad when the ball. I didn't understand that shit. But me as a homeowner now, I understand, man. You look, people take certain pride in their yard, man. And I understand you don't want your stuff to be messed up, jacked up, tore up. You want to be nice, man, because you like the presentation of having a good yard, looking good, presentable, bring the value of the house down. I don't like that shit, man. So that pisses me off. That pissed me off, man. So people give me a good hard time. I'm serious, man. I am serious. We ain't doing this shit, man. We not doing this shit. You're not gonna bring that hood shit to my neighborhood. We're not doing that. I believe in keeping up a good presentation of the home, man. That's just my opinion. As a homeowner, let me recommend other things. Matthew brought up a ride lawnmower. For those who don't need a ride lawnmower, I recommend you get a good lawnmower. Get a good lawnmower. Lawnmowers, and you got to make sure you take care of your lawnmower, right? Make sure you change the spark plugs. Make sure you keep it oiled, in it. Make sure, you don't leave the gas in after season. Run it out. It's not going to hurt the carburetor or nothing like that. Just run the gas out. Make sure you do all of that, Now, if you live in if you got a lot of trees, I would probably recommend you to sharpen your blades probably every other year. If you got a lot of twigs and branches, you end up falling and all of that. Every other year, you might want to sharpen your blades. If you don't, you don't deal with a lot of branches cutting those and all that, you could probably get away with every 2 to 3 years of with your blade, but keep your blade sharp. You want to do that because so you get that good cut. I think I'm giving out too much game, guys. I need to stop this. I need to stop. Oh, man, Jay said you gotta have curb up here. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Man, look, look. They when I'm ready to sell my house or rent it out and do what I need to do, they ain't gonna say, well, man, they didn't let this happen. No, you ain't gonna say that. They said, man, he kept it up pretty good. That's what I'm doing.
Yep, I had to paint the whole house over. I had got a team together, and they came in there and knocked that junk out.
Jay said, I got a team. He got the kids and Lady died himself. That's the team.
Man, honestly, real talk though, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna do it because I had the paint gun, man. But I was like, man, it's gonna take too fucking long if I do this shit myself. So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to outsource this time. But I kind of hate it, but hey, they did a good job though, man. I appreciate it. They did. So
we bring my brother Matthew up, man. My dark-skinned brother from the other side of Georgia. Big brother, what's going on tonight? You good?
What's going on, man?
Hey, well, Matthew, it's your first time to the basement, ain't it, brother?
Yeah, man. I didn't know you had this type of show. I kind of like this.
Oh man, we talk about a little bit of everything, man. You have to check out my content whenever you get a free moment, brother. But
yeah, actually, hey,
what'd you say, brother?
That brother, what's the name you hating? That's why I kind of ain't hit to your show.
Look, I don't pay attention. Ash is a hater, and I'm gonna let him live his best life.
But you talk, right?
Huh?
You talk about sports too?
Yeah, on Mondays.
Okay, cool. But nah, why I came up here was because I know you said you got rental property, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you think about this? I was talking to my wife. This is what I want.
Matthew, before I ask a question, I gotta ask you a question.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody, first time to the basement, man. I gotta ask you a question. What is your guilty pleasure songs? What's some songs you will rock out to, but you would be kind of embarrassed if your boys knew you was listening to those type songs?
Did
I put you on the spot with that one?
Yeah, I don't really listen to music like that, but if I had to pick one, I would say
it could be more than one.
Nah, man, I don't even want to tell you, man, because this shit don't. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say I listen to it, but I don't ride around. I listen to it at work. That Usher, Alicia Keys. I think it's like that.
Well, sing a verse for us.
Nah, I ain't singing a verse. Come on. I ain't doing that.
No, but I think I know you talk about. You talk about my boo.
Yeah, because like they be, they do a little one. This came out like in 04 or something like that.
I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with. Hey Matthew, I ain't gonna judge you. There's no judgment zone over here, brother. You all good. But go ahead with your question, brother.
Got to feel your line, but all right. But but no, because look, okay, what I was saying, like I'm about to buy a house, or I'm about to try to build a house on 3 acres of land in Georgia, like in the Grayson area. I don't know if you hip to Georgia, but yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm trying to buy like the type of land where I want to have my house, a tiny house in the back, like, and then a shed house. So now,
a shed house. What is that?
Get to a shed house. Okay, a shed house is kind of like it's almost like a big open room, but it might have a window or something.
For like you do like car repairs in it or something like that.
No, see this is I'm gonna have a little twist to it. See, my tiny house is gonna be like the apartment / where my boys go to, like as they get 18. This is kind of where they start off at, so they can kind of before they go out really into the world, because rent so damn high and everything else. So this is kind of they start where, okay, yeah, man, you get you a car, stay there for a couple of years, then move out type deal. But my shared house is more like my man cave that I would want it to be, if you get what I'm saying. So basically, long story short, I talked to a contractor. He said it would cost me about 80 racks to do both of those two. Now, I don't think he's trying to get me, but I would like to see somebody kind of do it. So who do you all follow online or somewhere that can kind of like I can model? All right, here I come. Hold on, right quick. I got
that. Man, that's a concept I've never heard before. Now, the small homes, I've seen that on properties, and I've seen that in real life. I had a old neighbor who had a situation like that where he had his house and he had like a smaller house, and it was like like 1325 A, then he had 1325 B, like a house right next to it on his property that he rented out. But man, now you talking about another structure. That's a third structure on one piece of property. And is 3 acres going to be big enough?
Yeah, it'd be big enough because look, basically, let me see. They TV. I'm here. All right. But no, the reason why I say it could be big enough because like the house, you have to see it, man. Damn, I wish I could show you. It's big though, man. Cause like the tiny house ain't. Well, how big do you think a tiny house is?
Maybe about 1,200, square feet. I mean, I don't know.
Hell no, it's probably like 700 or something.
Damn. So it's almost like a shotgun house. See,
but the way it's structured, it's not like that's why it's a modern kind of way of doing it. Mm-hmm. It's not like a big trailer park room. It's like it's efficient. You know what I'm saying?
Like a studio.
Yeah, but it's more like you ever had Legos?
Yeah. Something
that you would kind of build yourself that you doctored up, but you brought it to life. I'm gonna have to get a link and show you what I'm talking about. But I seen one like kind of like in glancing, then it gave me an idea. Like, well, wait a minute, if I could do this, and then the shed house is probably more what you talking about. What I'm talking about, but that's too only like maybe 700 square feet, but it's with the square feet you got. You see what I'm saying? So it's like no different than, let's say I got a house. Let's say another house that it's not even an acre, but they may have the house old school style, the garage behind the house, and then they got a shed. Mm-hmm. So just think of that with 3 acres and with the right grounds where infrastructure can be put underneath. So
how big is your man cave gonna be then?
About 600 square feet. Because basically what I'm trying to do is
you ain't gonna have a lot of yard then, because you talk about 3 acres, that's including your front and your backyard, right?
See, the thing is I don't want a lot of front yard.
Okay.
Like in the South, it's a lot of, you have this real big front yard, this little ass house. See, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm from up north, so I want a big house, and I'd rather have a big house and small yards, but I'm kind of trying to balance it out. I seen one house that I'm like, man, this would be perfect. But the house is trash, so that's what gave me an idea to build my own. And that's why I've been talking to architects, developers, and builders to try to see how this would really work.
And you bought the land already?
Go ahead, James. What are you going to say?
I would say you bought the land already, or you still in the works of it?
The reason why I ain't got the land yet is because I got to get. It's so much stuff that I had to figure out that just because you bought it down, they may not let you build on it.
Exactly. You got to get the tree rights. I was just gonna say it, the minimum rights.
Yeah. So I'm kind of talking before I got it. So I don't want to act like I got it, but it's like I can see how I can get it. It's just I may not be in the city I thought I wanted to be in because the shit ain't fair how they do it. They be like, you can't do this on that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. That stuff is like it's crazy because like say if you had some oil under your land and you didn't own the rights to that, they can just come and
Dig it up.
This stuff is crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I said that. We're basically I was asking y'all like maybe y'all seen maybe not all three of what I'm talking about, but somebody do it and kind of like you know what I'm saying like what kind of idea did you? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get an idea.
That third one's throwing me off. That's what's throwing me off. When you at third house or structure you're talking about. That's what I've seen that two structure thing. I've seen that.
Okay.
But that third one, like, damn.
Okay, so think about this. You ever seen a kind like when like a construction site where they got like a shed that they using?
Yeah.
That's like what I'm talking about for that third.
So you talking about actually getting one of them like metal type things?
Yeah, see, I'm thinking. See, with the shed one, I'm thinking you thinking something more extravagant than what I'm talking about. I'm thinking more because I've seen one like at a parking lot. You could buy for like maybe $4,000.
So are you planning on building a garage? Are you planning on having a garage?
Yeah.
Okay. How many car garage? 2 car maybe?
Only two, but it might have like a little lot where you can put maybe 3 cars there. Cause like basically, will give me man, it's crazy, man. See, that's why I should have came up here with a better structural thing to show you, cause man,
No,
it's
you're
crazy.
fine. I mean, I'm just trying to visualize. But I got a guy named Lou, man. He's on my show sometimes, and he does that. He's an architect, and he does a lot of drawings and plan out for homes and all of that good stuff.
Do
So
he live
he's
in?
nah, he's in the Virginia area, but doesn't mean he can't come up with a plan for you and email it to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to charge for that. Yeah, cause I kind of I need like a structure, man. Cause I know this idea work. Damn it, it's just I don't know how to. Shit, I don't know how to do it, man.
He's
And white man, from
he's on IG. Let me
yeah.
I'm a
Put it in the chat. That's how I be looking.
I'll put his IG in the chat.
Yeah.
And maybe you can, hit him up and he could probably do something for you, man. That's for sure.
Okay, so well, last question. What you think of tiny house?
What do I think of tiny houses?
Yeah, like because you rent out homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I like the concept. It makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, I like the tiny home. I do.
I think
I ain't got a problem with them. Look, if I get a hold of some, I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it. I mean, I think those are great investments to get into.
One thing I say about it now is they trying to people that caught on to people wanting to get these things now. They jacking these prices up in these tiny houses now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In the beginning, man, they was talking 20,000, 18,000. Now these fools talking 120, 160,000 for a little tiny. I'm like, man, y'all tripping. See,
what it is all the money you're gonna be saving. That's in the long run, the money you're gonna be saving because you're not using as much LG&E. I mean, I keep saying LG, yeah, like y'all know what that. Yeah, not using a lot of power or lights and all that and gas. You're not using a lot of other stuff. It's going to be a lot less to cool your house down and warm it up because you don't have a lot of space. You go over unused space. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have high ceilings, so that won't be a problem.
Yeah,
I'm sure with less house probably bet on your homeowner's insurance. Less material to build it. There's a lot of things that's beneficial about it. I'm not one of those type of men that have that old glorious. I don't have. Nah, that's not me. I'm not materialistic. I would have no problem living in a small home. It depends. If you have a single floor, you can. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything about a small. If I was a person of a certain age, getting older, can't really get around good going up and down steps, I would definitely recommend somebody to a small home. Everything on one floor, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's probably the future too, because a lot of people, rent it so high in these different places. So a lot of people, their first house might be a tiny home. You know what I mean? They actually buy or build, especially because the prices of the houses are so crazy. So like you said, 180, the average price is like 400 some thousand now. So
Yeah.
shit, 180, give me that, and then I can stay here for like 10 years, and then I can upgrade later or something like that. So it might be the future, man. Honestly.
I was thinking that too. Then also too, man. I ain't trying to take no shots, but you might want to call that lady, the ACT TGG lady, bro. Help! I wrecked my house. You might want to call her, bro. Talking to you, James.
Oh, yeah. I kind of fixed some of it. Ain't as bad now since I painted it, but yeah, man. But yeah, my house is backed up.
I'm just saying, man. People ride by asking how you doing. It may not be because they really care about how you doing. They want you to tell you
Nah, you know how the rollheads be. The rollheads, they don't tell you the truth. But the house, like the person I bought the house from, he let the house go. He's an older gentleman. I think his wife passed, so you know what I mean. So he moved in with his family and those type of things. So it was a lot of work that needed to be done on it. So we kind of just been every year been doing some the project or something too. So
yeah. my lady don't want no small house. She said,
She
for yourself. She said, F that tiny house.
That's how my wife said too, because like we got too many kids. I got 4 sons, but I'm just looking like, man, hey, these tiny houses might be a thing. Like James was saying, like I don't know, man.
yeah,
Well,
man.
look, like James said, man, you get a certain age, you're not gonna, your body just can't handle going up and down steps on a regular basis. You don't want to do that no more, and so it really doesn't make sense to have all that space. Especially your kids are grown, they moved on, and they want to live their lives. Why do you need all these bedrooms now? Why do I need 5 to 6 bedrooms? Ain't nobody here but me and old lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, every once in a while the grandbaby come over. Okay, I have 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And they go in the guest room, baby. You go in there and get sleep. And if more than that come over, we gonna get a goddamn air mattress.
He sound like my dad, man. He the reason why he never they downsized. He said now they ain't got no reason to come back. I like this dirty motherfucker, man.
Look, I'm telling you, don't make it so pleasurable. I mean, don't make it so
Yeah, that's basically what he did.
I agree with you said your pop said that?
Yeah, it's basically because when my mother was talking, and he was like, no, they don't want no reason for them to come back. I was like, man, this nigga, man.
He said they broke their plate when they left.
Yeah. Right, though. I can't come back. I got too many people, man.
James said they can't come back. They can't come back and visit. They ain't living.
I promise you, man. I got 4 sons too, man. I know the feeling, brother.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So now I look, I tell my kids, as long as they doing what they need to do, they take care of their business as far as school. They you can stay as long as you need to get on your feet.
Yeah.
But once you start acting like you can't follow my rules, then you got to get out.
Yeah, I agree with that though.
So I wouldn't say, oh, so you turn 18, you got to get out, and you still in college, trying to make a way. I wouldn't do him like that, right?
Yeah.
He's still in school. He's gonna come home for the summer, all the holiday breaks, and all that. Yeah. I said, when you graduate, I know how it is, man. You can still come here and be here, live here, do what you need to do, but you got to follow by the rules. And my rules are my rules. If you don't like my rules, you can always, hit the dope. I mean, look, that happened to me. I ain't gonna lie. Graduation, I said, man, it's a tough year. We want to go out and, have a good time, party a little bit. I said, man, look, I'm about to go out. All right, brother James, I appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate it, brother.
I said, all right, now. I said, man, I want to go out and hang out a little bit, man, and chill and relax and party. My mom said, well, you living in my house. What time you coming home? I'm 22 years old. You living in my house. And I had to respect that, Matthew. I said, you right. Look, 6 months later, I moved out, ain't never moved back and never went back. I ain't gonna do that shit no more. When I'm coming out, when I'm going to come, you gotta be in a certain time and shit.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason I need her to move out. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm agreeing with that though, because like I said, I'm wondering how I'm gonna be with my son, because I got so much time before they really hit that. I got at 11.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, you got plenty of time. But the beautiful thing about kids, man, is as they grow up, you teach them. They kind of understand the little things like that, man, and they appreciate it later on. They don't. Most time they don't appreciate it now. Most time, even when they get grown and move out, until they have their own kids, that's when the level of appreciation will kick in. Like, damn, my daddy used to tell me this, or my mom used to say this. Now I understand why they did this and why they did that. You know what I'm saying? Just the little things like that. I used to have to get on my son all the time. Hey man, turn them lights off. You're not even. He be in one room. He be in the living room watching TV. Cool. He got the damn TV on in his bedroom, lights on in the bedroom, and the game system going. I said, "What the hell's going on in here?" I said, "What room you in, dog? You need to make a decision. One of them lights and TV need to come off."
Man, I got the same issue with my kids, 7, 5, and 3, and infant side. But them three, man, the three that's always running around, for some reason, they got all the lights on. Wife don't say nothing. She just be looking. I'm like, dang, you gonna help put it on this? That's just how it go, man. I noticed, like, man, they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm telling them to cut the lights off.
Knowing she sees that light bill. Knowing she sees that light
I just want to see what she was gonna say, man. I was like, hey, can you get the light bill this much? She was like, how much is it? Like $350. She was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, it's $350. And she looked at me like, dumb cool. I'm like, man.
she hit you up cool.
I'm like, if I really needed you to pay the bill. And she was like, I mean, if we really need it, yeah, but I know you lying. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. But I'm telling you, man, she was not. She was enthusiastic. Not everybody just be saying, "Oh yeah," she just was happy to do it. Man, she was mad as hell. She was looking at me like, "What? Why is he even? How did it get to this?"
Hey man, that's real stuff, man. Hey, look, that's real stuff, man. Look, people just don't understand. You little things like that you gotta deal with. I would go there and just turn like he be in there in the same room. I just go turn the lights. What you need the light on for though? I don't know. I just had it on. And turn them off.
And that's the fun. Yeah, that makes it. That's like I don't know. Hey, you know why? Why you can't basically? Man.
You can't tell me why you got it on. You got it on. Okay, cool. No problem. They're gonna turn it off. Man, that dude, look at that dude would just go in the refrigerator and just sit there and stand. Like shit going on, pop in his face and purr. Dude, you know what's in there. You in this damn thing probably every hour. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, dog. Shut the refrigerator door, man. Ain't shit changed. Ain't nothing in there. What do you want? What you looking for? Ask me and I'll tell you what's in there. I ain't been in that thing.
Nah, I know the feeling, man. That's why I'm laughing. So I'm like, dang. I see all dads go through this, man. It's funny, man.
Hey, but have you always feel like you the only one. Man, I'm probably the only one going through this. But then you listen to other people's story. I guess I ain't.
Yeah, that's what I be laughing, man. That's why I said, man, need to throw a show one day, man, or you, where it's just like, well, you probably got to throw these type of shows. I just ain't hip to your channel. But I'm like, man, it's just funny. Like I said, I ain't complaining, but it's just funny watching it. Like, dang, man, they don't see how all this stuff work. They just live in it.
But Matthew, you know the funny thing about it? I broke that down for my son. I broke that. And I asked him. I said, "What do you want to do after you get out of college? What do you want to do? What
Yeah.
do you plan on being? What do you want to be?" And he tell me his job. So then, guess what? We go online. We look up that career and the pay. I said, "Where do you want to live at?" And we
Yeah.
broke all. I broke all of that shit down. I always, every time I talk to my son, I equate about money. Like when he does something wrong, you make a bad investment, dog. You losing money on this decision you make because it costs you money. Well, of course, it ain't the money, but it's costing you time because you're on punishment now. You lose the privileges. So that's how I equate things to him all the time. Money. I made him take finance courses in high school. 2 years of finances. Junior, senior year, he took finance course. Matter of fact, I encouraged him in college. I said, "Yo, you took 2 years of finance. You know this shit like it's the back of your hand now. Why not go and get an easy A because you already know it?
Yeah.
It helps your GPA.
Yeah.
Take the class, man. And guess what? You might learn something that you didn't know that you didn't get from high school.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But I broke that shit down like that. So asked me what do you want to do. I said, well, where do you want to live? I looked up the average price for an apartment, so where he said he want to live, and the pay for the career choice he wanted to do. I said, well, look, buddy, your career choice is you're gonna make about this month, and this is before taxes. I don't know what the tax bracket is in these states. I said this is before taxes. Well, let's use our tax 6% here. So let's go off the 6% just in case. So we break it down. This is what you end up bringing home. Now, this is before, and I use the price of my medical insurance, my dental, vinyl. I use all of that for what I pay out, for the example for him, just so he can see and have an understanding. Then I say, well, look, here's the light bill. This is what it's going to be. Here's my water bill. This is what it's going to be. You know this internet we use, this cable? Well, our internet, my internet and cable. Well, my internet's through our cable service, but I don't have cable.
I know what you mean.
But here's the internet bill. Here's some car insurance. I don't have a car payment no more, but here's what it was when I did have one.
Yeah.
And I used my real time examples, and I put it in and about his money. I said, dog, you coming up short, bro. So you gonna either have to get a raise, you're gonna have to get some more skills, or get a better job, or get a part-time. What you want to do?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, man? I everything you talking about, obviously, I've done to some degree, meaning like myself. But it's funny, like you saying this, because I was just thinking, what age would I need to start showing them this? What age did you start doing?
Middle school.
So like 12, 13, something around there?
Yeah, okay, let me see. Because middle school here is 6th grade through the 8th. So he was about 11.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, 11. He was 11 years old when I first. Well, that's when I first talked to him about money and savings. He was getting. He got to the age where he kind of started getting out of the toy phase, and he started to get more money and clothes and all that. So I said, well, we need to get him a savings account. So once we decided to get him a savings account, that's when I said, well, let's talk about money. He needs to understand how money works, how credit. So I started talking about him in middle school when he was in the 6th grade. He was 11 years old.
Okay.
I got the conversation I just shared with you. I just had with him. I didn't do that till he was in high school. That conversation where I talked about what career you're gonna do, because now you're getting close to graduation. I think he was in 11th grade at the time. So I'm asking him, what do you want to go to school for? What do you want to be? So that's when I talked to him, broke it down to that aspect when he was in high school in 11th grade.
I ain't gonna keep you, but what you think about this? What you think about this? Because I was shooting this to my wife, and I trying to get her input on it too. That's what I was thinking, man. Because like I ain't against trying to pay for school, but I'm in the mindset you gotta kind of want school for yourself as well before I just empty my life savings trying to make sure you get to school. That's how much school now you talking what? Almost 40 grand a year in a sense, to some degree, to some school.
Yeah, depending on what school you go to.
Now, don't get me wrong. If you get a scholarship, free, I ain't got nothing against that. My mindset was what I was telling her was because she's more like a woman. I ain't trying to play her, but she's more school. More like, hey, Why don't they let's around 13, 14, let's figure out what they good at, what they know how to do trade wise. By the time they graduate or before they graduate, they get a trade. And then if they still want to go to school, they can pay for school. You know what I'm saying? You'll be making money and you can pay for your own school. Now I ain't saying I want to help you, but I'm not trying to dump 40 racks a year, especially with 4 of them little boys, and be like, hey, I got you. It's like, nah, you gotta show me you really want to go to school. And this is a good way you'll be making money. And you can, if you really think you want to now not be the worker, I guess become the owner of a business by getting a degree, then you pay for your own school because you got the kind of money that you can pay for. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was thinking. But, you kind of got older kids. What you think?
So, fortunate for my son, he got a scholarship, so he played basketball. So that wasn't an issue for him. But you know your kids.
Yeah.
You know your kids. You see his study habits, his work habits are there. Well, I'm going to say he is because I'm talking to the audience because they might have daughters too. So I do that. You know your kids. You know what they can do, what they can do. You seen their grades. You seen their progress reports. You seen how if they was lazy, if they wasn't. My lady just put in here what's that? There are athletic and academic scholarships. Tell your wife to apply for FAFSA to get the free money for college and grants first. That's true. That's true. Definitely do that. But the reason I'm saying, not every kid is built for college. They're not college bound. Not every kid is built to go to college because they got bad study habits. They got bad time management. Mainly college is, man, if you gotta have a good study habit and good time management. Those are the two things that are gonna really help you be successful in college. Good study habits and managing your time. Because these kids, they got a lot of free time. And they used to so structure from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. All of a sudden they got some sense of freedom once they get to college because now nobody's in their ear like you was. Junior, get up, go to class. What was your grades? How was school? Getting called from your teachers. You're not getting that in college. Now they're adult. It's all on them. If they're going to get a call, the professor's calling them. They're not calling Matthew. They call it Matthew Jr. You understand what I'm saying? So now that falls on him. You can't even inquire about his grades because he's old. He's 18 most of the time. So now you have no say-so. You can't sit there and say, well, okay, no. Unless you got some type of relationship with it where they would do you a solid, they don't have to. They're not obligated. So you know your kids, and not every kid is built for college. But if they do decide to want to go to college and they got some of them questionable traits, I would go send them to community college. Get all your gen eds out of the way at a community college. It's cheaper, and you'll save a lot of money. And if somehow
they can do that in high school, right?
Huh?
They can do some of that in high school, like kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, well, and some of these schools offer that. So, like my son, he was in a program where he would come out with at least damn near 60 hours of college hours if he had to stay with the program. Now he couldn't stay with the program because his basketball schedule was so hectic. You know, his AAU was so hectic, so he really couldn't stay focused like he wanted to. So he only got to do the program for like 1 year. I wish he had did it for the second year, but his schedule just wouldn't allow it. So
too demanding.
Yeah, we just couldn't do it. So he didn't. He only got, but in that program, he was able to earn money. He got like $1,200 worth of scholarship for maintaining a certain GPA, finishing the program for a year, and that was one of the parts of the program plan. And he went to a high school that was considered at risk at the time, where they would they have a lot of minorities, a lot of probably only 4% of the school was white, and the rest of it was black or others. You know what I'm saying? We're between, Asian, Mexican, black, you know what I'm saying? So the state of Kentucky gave them a lot of grants and a lot of scholarships for kids who went to that type of school. So he was blessed to do that and got money for that. Uh,
Oh,
huh?
you in Kentucky? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would recommend, man, kids go to community college, get all the gen eds out of the way, and if they still want to do college and to a 4-year school, then make sure you apply for all them scholarships. And like she said, the FAFSA and do all that. You can do it even at the community college. Still apply
Yeah.
for FAFSA. You're still gonna get money. But I would definitely recommend any kid who's kind of on the edge, kind of like, oh, I want to go to school, but I don't. Let them go to a community college first.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all practical. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? I just
if you straight up send them to a 4-year school, at one semester could probably cost you about $10,000.
yeah,
You
easy.
know,
Yeah.
now that's not even a full year. A full year may cost you about $25,000 a year. That's a
Yeah,
lot of money.
dorm and all that. Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And then you got your meal plan, then you got your books and your study, your lab fees and all that comes to play. That's a lot of money you pouring into a kid that's going to end up more likely barely come out with a 1.7 and be on academic probation every semester. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot of money you doing it, and you'll be pissed.
No, you're right.
But like I said, you just got to know your kids and know the study habit. And like you said, you'll learn it early. But by the time they got to middle school, it's going to show you if they the type that could probably hang or go to college route.
Yeah.
How they do, how the grades, their attention spans, their what reading level they're at. All that's very important, man. All
True.
that's very important. So she said something else. Yes. She said, yes, that's what my daughters did. Earn college credits in senior high school, then transferred to community college, and transferred to the university cheaper and the way. And they were awards, lots of free grants and money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely. But yeah, make sure y'all fill out that FAFSA paper for your babies, man. Definitely make sure you do it. You got to do it every year. It's not just like one time, and no, you got to do it every year.
Okay.
And there's a lot of grants, and a lot of and those grants you don't have to pay back. You know what I'm saying? Those are given, and that's that.
How does she mean by free money?
The grants, that's what she talking about. That's the free money she's talking about. The grants,
Yeah,
grants and the scholarships, and sometimes, man, if you could go online and look up scholarships, and they have all type of scholarships. I remember one time I wrote a paper and got like $500. Now somebody it was just $500. $500 in your pocket. That's $500. After once your school paid for, that $500 I'm putting in my pocket. I was on scholarship. That wasn't a problem. That's $500 I got just on GP.
You got 500 just for like
writing a paper,
or you had to have good paper.
Well, I had to write a paper on a certain subject they're looking for. So I think it was, I forgot what. Damn, you talking about? Damn, God damn, 28 years ago. But it was a paper on something as far as the environment and all that, and what I would do if I was in this situation. And so you write a paper on that. I mean, you like I said, you go online and look up scholarships, and you do a community service or community work. They will give you scholarship. You have a certain level GPA, you'll get a scholarship. I mean, there's all type of scholarship that we miss out on that we don't realize is out there because we're acting like we're too good to do these things. Or it's beneath us to write a paper. I don't want to write a paper. It's a waste of time. It's just, and these kids, they like I told myself, man, that's you got a $1,200. Oh, ain't that much? It's just $1,200. I said, dog.
That's your book.
I said, let me tell you this. That's the house payment here. My house payment. $1,200 house payment, dog. I said, what are you doing? I like to have that back every month.
Exactly.
That's $1,200. I said, well, you better get out of here. Shit, you better write that paper. You better do this, do that. And there's all type of like I said, scholarship. You just got to go online. Sometimes people don't want to do work. They just look for handouts, right?
Yeah,
Some
true.
people just don't want to do the work. They just want handouts. And we got to realize you got to just do the work. Back in the days, there was a book. And I remember going to the library and checking the book out, and there was like a book. You could just go through it, and it's like a book for all college scholarships. Now, of course, 2024, that book's probably like an online book now. It's not even you can't even go to the library and find that no more. It's online. But I remember going to check that book out and writing down the requirements for these scholarships. And doing some of these things to get that extra money. Like I said, I was on scholarship already. I didn't really need it. It was just money in my pocket though.
Yeah,
It was
possibly.
money. Yeah, man, you just don't realize how much every dollar counts. Man. You know, and as a broke college student, man, you ought to appreciate every little thing you get. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, I feel you. I guess, like I said, I didn't quite make it to the college league like I wanted. I was more of a Division three, but at the same level, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't couldn't go to school too long because it got too expensive, man. People couldn't afford it.
mm-hmm.
So I understand that part. I mean, dang, man, my bad. I didn't mean to take us into this. I thought you was talking about home improvement.
No, look, man. Look, in the basement, we go where the audience takes us. If the audience sit there and say something, man, look, I had an audience. I'm talking about something serious. All of a sudden, they got to talk about sports. I'm like, okay, well, let's talk. It doesn't matter. We talk about something. Then we talk about the greatest rappers of this era, that era. I'm like, okay, it's cool. I ain't got a problem with wherever it takes us, take us. We just gonna have fun, rock out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm all about. I don't know why my man Ash was hating on me.
No, I just really, I brought that up just because I know back in when y'all was on other shows, y'all be going back and forth.
We go back for he all right. I ain't gonna hold it. But no, I got a lot of good stuff I got on my channel, man. Yeah, but look, on Monday I talk about sports, and usually on Wednesday I talk about more serious topics. I don't, it's cool to talk about the relationship stuff, but I try to get away from that, man. I try to talk about other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna go to other people's panels and have that conversation. I don't want to have that shit over here.
No, I feel you. That's why I wasn't even trying to bring that mess like that. But I could tell that wasn't the vibe. So I'm like, nah, I don't really want to talk about that no way. To be honest with you, I troll in the chat. I like my little take my little shots. But as far as like man to man talk, I'd rather leave the women out of it.
Yeah.
You know. But
and that's the mindset you got. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I like talking about sports, man. Ohio State. We top dog. Just so y'all know. Don't forget, we still top dog, man. they we gotta get rid of Day. We gotta get rid of him.
You don't like it? You don't like him as a coach?
He can't beat Michigan. I'm tired of him, man.
Well, no, he beat him one time, didn't he?
I think as soon as Harbaugh got his wheel. I mean his recruits, man. We couldn't touch them, man. I'm sick of him. We got him.
Well, guess what? Y'all may be back at it again because he gone now. That bullet gone now.
Khaki fans has left the Big Ten. So I'm happy. I ain't mad at it, So like I said, now I want to talk trash to these guys that work, these Georgia boys. These boys always talking, man. Tired of hearing they mouth. So I can't wait till we play them again. But yeah, man, that's cool, man. You got a cool channel, man. I ain't know you had all this going on over here. I thought dude, trash. I didn't know you had a channel for real.
You didn't know I had a channel?
I mean, I knew you had one, but I didn't know you was active on it. You know what I'm saying? I thought you just kind of had it.
No,
man, that's crazy.
I talk, man, and have a good time, man, and just talk about whatever's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like talking, have a good time. Talk, man. Sports is my thing. I love talking sports. I can talk about that anytime, man. All the time, all day for sure. We was talking about what happened, of course, in the playoffs and all that. Lamar, and is he does he deserve all this criticism? He probably deserves a little bit more, really. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's your opinion on it.
I think he deserved about 45% of the credit. I mean the criticism. Because he wasn't playing himself. And playoff games, I'm looking at it. If you have 175 yards rushing and you got 125 yards passing, who cares if that's not ideal?
Yeah.
Man, just get in, you know. And I know everybody tired of Patrick. No, I like Patrick, but I know people tired of him. I know this was your chance to beat him, man, but I don't know, man. I don't want to put it all on Lamar because some of them, like, what's his name, Flowers, he was playing stupid with that taunting and then doing too much trying to dive in the end zone. Like, man, just try to win every play. But they, some of the stuff was just stupid, man. But
Yeah, look, that make to me. We talk. It make no sense. Why are you diving? Why?
yeah,
Why?
man,
What's the purpose? And
you
then
already got the
you
first.
try to stretch it out. There's a chance you can't turn over if you stretch it out. And you got what? Like about 3 defenders around him when he was trying to do that. What was the purpose? To the most, you would have been down at the 1 yard line.
Exactly.
And
And they
y'all
would
got
have
in the NFL. Y'all got either your boy Justice Hill, Lamar, or Gus Edwards would have ran that ball on in from the 2 yard line.
to me, they beat themselves. Just like the Lions beat themselves, they beat themselves, man. I thought honestly, I knew, if you want to believe conspiracy, that they probably wanted, a different team. But I really honestly thought, outside of some of them bets aside, Lions and the Ravens were the better team. But obviously, you can't say that once they lose. It's kind of like, yeah, it's easy to say that. But when I really looked at it, what I was looking at, if you want to take conspiracy out of it, I felt those two teams were the better team. But I ain't gonna lie, the guy that got my head, my boy that got my head, he bet so much that he be showing me the percentages on who bet on who, and it make me think, dang, it'll make more sense business wise to let them win because everybody just betting on Detroit. You know what I mean? So I kind of got jaded where I'd be like, I don't know, but it's crazy, man. I look at sports so much different now. This fool would talk telling me his bets every day. Now I'm looking at it jaded. It's crazy, man.
That's great. My lady, Marauder, she put the fast food website in the chat. So man, definitely make sure you
Okay, look, not to cut you off.
Are you good?
Drop down so I can copy what you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm on my phone. I can't look at it from here. And I'm gonna probably slide either way because I'm probably go holler at him. You know how you think
man, go do do what you got to do, big brother. I'm about to shut it down here. I only like to go about 2.5 hours on Wednesday anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go too long. I just like to do my thing and get on up out of here. But just trying to share the information, man. But yeah, man, look, check out my channel. I got, like I said, on Mondays I do sports. I do sports on Mondays, and like Wednesday I do the grown man bullshit talk, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of good stuff on there. So definitely check it out, man. You might find some other things that might be beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So definitely do that, my brother. I appreciate you coming through, though, for sure.
Yeah, I said I was never gonna drop you again. I meant that, but that don't mean I control you. But all right, man. Good holler, man. I'll check you out.
You kind of cut out at the end. What'd you say? You never. I heard the part say you never gonna drop me again.
I said I'll never drop you again. I'm gonna own that. I'm gonna stay true to that. That don't mean I ain't gonna troll you. but like I said, man, you people, man, and like I said, I'm gonna subscribe and I'll holler at you again, man.
All right, big brother. Be safe.
All right, man.
Right on. Oh man. I appreciate Brother Matthew coming through, man. Shout out to that brother, man, for coming through. He didn't know I was active on the channel. What, guys? I need to step my game up. I got to step my game up. What? Am I not put myself out there enough? But then I guess I'm going to have to start doing better then. Because I'm active. I do my thing on my show, man. I try to do it on a regular basis, try to be consistent, try to be on the regular. So, yes, Ma, she doing a great job, doing her job. She dropped the information in the chat about the FAFSA. So y'all definitely make sure y'all lock in and tap in and copy that. Make sure y'all get a hold of that so your babies can have the opportunity to get free college money to go to school, higher education. I'm all for it. Just don't take my Saturdays. I know that's right. I ain't gonna do that. But like I said, shout out to brother Matthew for coming tonight, man. Shout out to my brother James, the 2-man, coming through rocking with me, man. I appreciate that guy coming through. Shout out to Eve stopping by. There, Jay, my man. Like I said, Matthew stopping through. Shout out to Travel One for stopping through, wreaking havoc. Oh man, shout out to my man. Shout out to Just Jay for coming through. Shout out to you, sis. I appreciate you. Shout out to my man OG Dude Dirty. He not only came through with the super chat. My man Freezy, my man Jordan. Shout out to them brothers, man, for coming through, man. They didn't have to, man, but they chose to come through and rock out with me. So I appreciate everybody. My man Blaze coming through, man, tapping in. Shout out to my man Tommy for shopping through, man. Said he's not a home yet, but he's getting there. His time is coming, but he's trying to get some gems and learn. Shout out to you, brother, man. I appreciate you. And anybody else who I may have forgot, please accept my apology. My man Tommy, my man E Black. Shout out to you, brothers, for coming through, man. Shout out to everybody for stopping through in the basement, man. I had a good time tonight. Just want to make sure to have that conversation. And talk about what we need to talk about, home improvement. We even talked a little bit of sport. And expect, like I said, on the basement, you never know where we're gonna go at some time. You never know where we talk about higher education, getting these kids, these babies, some college funds, some college money. We want to do that for the children. We want to see these kids be better, man. Get this opportunity. So like I said, Maria, she put it in the chat. Definitely, y'all make sure y'all copy and paste it and cut it and save it so y'all can have it when y'all need it. Make sure y'all sign them babies up for it, because there's no need to let these opportunities go out and letting everybody else benefit, not us. They deserve it. So our kids deserve it just like their kids deserve it. So thanks for rocking with me on another beautiful Wednesday night. I appreciate you guys and looking forward to seeing you next week. We're going to have more talk. Getting ready for the Super Bowl, because it's here, baby. Super Bowl is coming up. We're only a couple weeks away, and it's only a matter of time. But, we're definitely going to be talking about some other things as far as sports on Monday. And we're going to have some more good conversation. Definitely going to have a conversation about being a mentor and mentorship. That's the next conversation I'm going to have on Wednesday. Mentor and mentorship. Very important. Unfortunately, we got a lot of young men and young women out here without fathers or parents or guardians in their life, and sometimes these kids, they need that, man. Every little bit helps. She said, "How about them Chiefs?" Eve, I know that's right. I know your team is rocking. Your team is rocking, sister. Congratulations to your team for making it to the Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. I'm picking them to win. I ain't gonna lie. That's my team to win. So good luck to your team. We'll see what happens. But guys, like I said, I appreciate you rocking with me. I appreciate you coming out tonight. Thank you for the guys, OG Do Dirty, my man Tommy and Matthew, all for the super chats. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Y'all keep rocking with me, and I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do to put out great material. Make sure I'm active on a regular basis. My man Matthew said, I ain't active enough. I need to get up off my horse, man, and do my thing then, do a better job and put myself out there, promote myself. And that's what I'm going to do. So, guys, thank you again. I appreciate you. You have a great night.